Hudson just taking on the look.
Welcome all to the season 24 of the Gold and Silver GT3 EG Evolved Championship at RaceFace.Pro. I'm your commentator tonight, Jacques Eva. With me on the bench tonight again is Marco Button. How's it going, Marco?
Hi, Jock. Thank you. Excited for season 24 to get underway. Got to get a bit more background on the drivers competing here and what they did in last season. So I think it's going to be a very exciting season ahead with 8 races to come. It's going to be a pressure cooker from the start here in the wet at Silverstone all the way to the end at Kyalami.
Yeah, I think we've got a very interesting season coming up with all the races lined up, especially with the first race definitely being a wet one. I think tonight's going to be an interesting race for the guys to get around here on Silverstone in the wet.
Yeah, no, definitely it changes the dynamics, lap times, different fuel strategies to calculate then when it's dry, different tire temperature setups. So I think it's going to be tight racing with the big field that we've got here. Track's quite full at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I see we've got a whole lot of cars on the grid tonight. Some names coming across from last season as well. Let's see how good they can perform this season. Some of the drivers moving up from silver to gold. One of our own SBR drivers as well, moving up to gold this season.
Yeah, and I think also shout out to all the new guys. I see Donovan's here as well from LNR, and there's rookie Marianne at Racing Snells as well. I think if you can pan the camera to him, just check where he's on track. See his rookie colors.
Yeah, that's a quite an interesting story for Racing Snails, is for him to run a clean Rivoli until he gets his colors up.
Yeah, guys have to prove their worth. To carry the flag, you need to show that you've got the capacity to do so.
No, definitely. So, Marco,
Scroll through the list.
what tips do you have for the guys in the wet tonight? What do you think is going to be the best strategy for these guys tonight? Are they going to be fuel saving to go long because they're going to be preserving tires in the wet? And all that type of stuff.
Well, they've got the mandatory 2 stops, right?
Yes,
So
they've
I
got.
think the optimum strategy would be to take your total fuel for the 80 minutes and divide it between the 3 stints, and to run a nice and light car so you can manage your tire pressures and temperatures to every stint quite consistently. Change your tires maybe at the second pit stop before you go into your final stint, and then do a long consistent stint to the end.
No, definitely. I think most guys are going to be going for a lighter fuel load at the start, and then trying to go for fuller tanks on the pit stops. But quite interesting that they need to work out their pit stops quite good to compare the tire change with the fuel and everything. So it's going to be interesting. I think some guys are going to be able to get some positions gained in the pits tonight.
Oh, for sure. I think we just, it's Airport Gitter. He's the rookie at the Racing Snails. Car number 72, Ferrari 296.
I see him running in the white car tonight. With his rookie sticker on the side. But let's hope him all the best then. Hope he does have a good race.
I think the only challenge on my side, I don't see the service set up to split the silver and the gold on the roster here. Just see everyone as loaded as rookies. Can you see it on your side, Jock?
On my side the same. I think we might have a technical issue on that side maybe tonight.
Okay, so we'll just reconvene the results in terms of the classes. But let's see what the top 10 looks like generally in this first race for the season.
Well, most definitely going to be an interesting one. I think a lot of guys are going to get confused tonight between the F1 start and the GT3 start. I think that's going to be quite an interesting one. I mean, it's
Yes,
quite a...
F1 obviously going into Abbey first, and the GT3 is going into Cops as the first corner.
I think Cops then going into Maggots and Beckett's going through there on the first lap on the cold tires is going to be quite interesting. I think the guys should just keep their heads, but I'm definitely going to see...
High speed first corner.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. I hope we see a 3 wide through there tonight.
Yeah, well, we've got 37 cars, so I don't think a 3 or 4 wide is out of the cards here.
Hopefully they can keep it out the wall.
Just running through the liveries of the guys here, I can see they did some immense work in the off-season to make these cars look very, very appetizing. You can see the Racing Snails in the yellow. You can see Griffin. Griffin's got quite an interesting color scheme difference on each car. The same logo. Just looking here at Rob van der Heever in his black and gold Ferrari. I don't know if you want to scroll to that one for the viewers. Car number 51.
Yeah, it definitely looks nice. The guys definitely did a lot of work in the liveries this season.
The RaceFace logo at the back, on the sides, on the mudguards. Very good looking livery this. I think we should give an award for best liveries every week. At least a shout out.
And we also want the guys in the chat, in the comments, the last 20 minutes of the race or last 10 minutes, please vote our driver of the day as well, so that we can get our driver of the day out there.
Yes, if the viewers can please engage, and any comments or shout outs to your drivers that sent the links for the stream to you, give the shout out so we can pan to them and see what they're performing like on track.
Definitely send those shout outs, and Marco will be able to see them and mention you guys on the stream as well.
See, the first lap times are coming through at 2:06s at the moment. The Bentley, Michael Berg running the front of the field, followed closely by Mr. Kriel in his Ferrari, Jock, and then Ulrich de Jager in third place.
I think the times are definitely going to be coming down a bit. But well, we've got a fast driver on the grid as well, Ulrich de Jager, great sim racer. I think he's also going to be showing these guys a little bit how sim racing's done, so let's see what he can do also tonight.
He is running a nice black and purple BMW with the Griffin livery. Very nicely done as well.
Yeah, no, came out very, like almost like a neon purple color.
Very, very striking.
And then our very own Martin van Wyk in his Datsun, Triple S Datsun, trying to take the win.
It's also Martin's birthday today.
So yeah.
Very nice to have a birthday on the first race of the season and his first race in the Datsun.
Yeah, definitely. So a big shout out and happy birthday to him.
A lot of effort as well with his Godzilla on the side and the rising sun on the roof. He's got the claws of Godzilla there on the bonnet. Seems like something wants to get out there.
At least the claws of Godzilla is in front, so Martin faced him. If it was at the back, we knew he ran away.
Yeah, no, he faced him head on.
Yeah.
Good.
And then Donnie Steenkamp is also doing very well. Look, he's got also the Griffin Racing, Sim Racing livery. So looks
He's
very
got a bit
nice.
more color scheme there, with a bit more dynamics of the Griffin livery. Very, very nice.
Definitely chose the best car on the track, the Ford.
You're a bit biased there, Jock.
Oh well, let's go for Negrini. I think he can make us proud with that Ford tonight.
Mr. Negrini, is that your driver you're backing?
Yeah, no, I think just because he drives a Ford, so all Ford drivers will be my favorite guys tonight.
Isn't Negrini in the Ferrari?
No, Volley Negrini is. Oh yes, it was Donnie Steenkamp. My apologies.
Yeah,
Mr. Steenkamp is my call for tonight. Him and Sean Rudolph. Sean Rudolph also shot up into P5 now with the SPR Mustang there.
I see he earned his golden stripe in the Team SPR over the off season. Looking very good in that black, gold and red Ford car number 151.
And we've got Jonathan Chislett back as well, currently running in P14. And then O'Neill Struble down in 15. Also in the Ferrari with Dolfate at the back.
If Jonathan maybe looks back at the stream later, he can just contact me regarding his trophy from season 23. I've been struggling to get his contact details.
And then Gerard also running down in P24 at the moment. I think the Ferraris are struggling with a bit of grip in the rain tonight.
Now, very high talk on that loser end in the Ferrari. Definitely a monster in the rain.
Yeah, definitely. The problem with the turbo cars. No power, sun, and a lot of burst of power.
Mr. Veliatham as well was in the esports festival earlier this year, wasn't he?
Who's that?
Jonathan, what's it, Veliatham, car number 26. It's a Mercedes.
Yeah, currently in the pit. It might be him, yes. I think you're correct. Currently in the pits in P12, but I think he's just gonna.
Jermaine Veliatham. Okay, so I think that's someone to look out for during the season. Let me see the livery on Donovan's car. Donovan in the Aston. Black car on my screen. I don't know if there's a syncing issue with the livery. You see he's got a livery on your side. Car number 76.
No, unfortunately I had run through them. We do have some guys that liveries didn't show up tonight. But that doesn't worry. It all goes about the name and the racing. So we'll see how it goes. I see Michael van der Berg is currently provisional pole, but Jock Creel is still out on track trying to chase down. And there we've got Donnie Steenkamp taking the lead with the Mustang. I told you, Marco, the Fords are strong.
For sure. We'll see how it goes on all the tracks. It's doing well in the wet here on Silverstone.
Yeah, but
nice and long straights here for that top end on the Mustang.
Jock Creel still out on track and definitely gaining some speed. So he hasn't given up to get that pole position tonight. So we'll see when he crosses the line where he comes.
Just under a minute to go in qualifying here.
He
still in the list to make a lap there. Car 555 is going to probably be the last one across the line for the last lap. William Wentworth.
Just focusing here on Jock Creel a bit because he is a little bit quicker this lap, so want to see if he can actually get up there to maybe take away pole position there from Donnie Steenkamp.
I see him clocking just about 2 tenths slower than his best. But he's making up time now.
Currently down. That middle sector didn't do him any well. Wasn't kind to him tonight.
Not many drivers still out with being up. If you go down to the bottom, there's a couple. But from the top runners, it's basically William Wentworth that's just clocking better than his best, as well as Mr. Creel.
So, Mr. Creel just
Creel
didn't make it.
Out of that one.
Out by 1/10 tonight, unfortunately.
Okay, Mr. Wentworth is on par on his fastest lap, and his gap to Creel is about 1/10. He's currently doing.
See when he
lost it.
a bit of a slide there on the exit.
So I think it's safe to say the top runners are fixed.
No, definitely.
No one else in the field out on track currently running in the green.
Well, we still have Jonathan Chislett out on a lap and definitely 2/10 up on that sector.
3/10 now. He's definitely doing well here in the middle sector of the track. Last sector, start of the last.
Let's see if he can pull a magic lap together here. Snatch pole position on his last attempt.
He's 3/10 faster and he's 4.5 away from pole. So I think he'll probably slot into third position, like at this pace at the moment. See when he approaches the line, he's coming around the final corner. Still 3/10 up.
He lost out all the way back up into P4. Not a bad qualifying there from him. So Marco, will you run us through the starting order there?
Good. So in pole position we have Mr. Stenkamp doing 206.2. Second place Michael Berg. Third place Creel. Jonathan Chislett in fourth. William Wentworth in fifth. Ulrich in sixth. Other driver you told us to look out for. Then our own Sean Rudolph and Martin van Wyk in 7 and 8. Greenie in 9th. And then Mr. van der Heever in 10th. So it makes up the top 10. Let me quickly run through the balance of the drivers here. It's Thomas, Swan, Scott, Beliatham, Leher from Team LNR, Herbst, Scott, then SPR Strubel, Myberg, Stolz, Prim, Stein, Greef, Heinz, Berg, De Bruin, Bosch, Peckery, Assenbroek, Jay van der Walt, Liebenberg, Potgieter, Kloete, Hubert, Randall, West Erowin. I'd like to go look at how that should be pronounced. And then Scott filling out the field in last position.
So I think this is going to be a quite strong lineup that we have. And with 37 cars in the rain, I think it's going to be interesting, especially this lap one.
Most definitely. Field quite dominated by the Ferraris.
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of Ferraris on the track this season, but there is a mixture between Fords, Bentleys, BMWs, McLarens, AMG, Mercedes, and everything. So I think, and our lone Datsun on the track as well.
Yeah, there's a lone Datsun, there's a lone Mercedes, and a lone Lexus, and Lambo. Also, only one Lambo.
Oh, we've got a Lambo as well.
Yeah, so a couple guys running one of in their race for the season. And the BMW also seems to be quite a popular choice after the Ferrari.
Oh, we've got a mix in front. I mean, we've got a Ford, a Bentley, a Ferrari, and an Aston running in the top four. So I think all cars are quite competitive.
Top 10, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 manufacturers. Ferrari taking 4 spots in the top 10.
Not bad, not bad.
2 Fords, 1 BM.
McLaren lacking around a little bit. You see they started the highest one up is in 11th. So Marco, do you think the warm-up lap is important for these guys now? What do you think is running through their heads at this moment?
Yeah, it's warm-up in the wet is a bit different. You tend to overheat the tires quite quickly. So just stay straight, use a bit of the brakes to get temperature in from the inside, as you've explained in our previous stream. Not overheat the surface of the tire. So it's different methodology than when it's dry. Definitely a bit more conservative on heating up the tires in the wet.
No, definitely, and I think the guys' nerves will be done because they know the slightest miss break or late break and a little bit offline tonight, and you're going to be seeing the other side of the track. hopefully, hopefully just spinning around and
no
not hitting the
resistance
wall.
once you. Yeah, no. Looking quite packed here on the field. It's a beautiful picture looking down the grid here.
No,
From P1
definitely.
down.
We've got our cars weaving. We've got some of our cars weaving. Some of the guys keeping it straight. Each have their own theory in how to warm their tires.
So it's going to be two front engine rear wheel drive cars in the front row. See if this Bentley can give this Mustang a run for its money down to Cops and around.
Yeah, I think Donnie Steenkamp is going to have his mirrors full tonight with Michael Berg chasing him. He also did very well last season, so I think it's going to be a battle.
Two racing snells in his mirrors. They will just see yellow. Doesn't matter which mirror he looks through.
Well, if the two racing snell cars work together, they can actually try to pressure him out of the first place, and then they can actually go hunting for the first place. But I wonder if they're running first and second, if they have team orders tonight.
Yeah. We've had our incidents of team orders in our own team as well. So it'll be interesting to see. But teamwork definitely makes the dream work here in sim racing.
I mean, at the end of the day, they are racing drivers. So let's see how far the team orders can go, if there are any.
I see no papaya colors here on tracks. no drama llamas at the end. I can just imagine the butterflies now. A big field like this lining up. They'll probably go into double file in the final corner.
All right.
Following single file.
Let's focus on the leader down that straight. Have a look how it looks.
Keep my eye on for contact and incidents further down the field and advise you what happens there.
100%. So now they're all bunching up. Hopefully we're going to have a clean start, yeah? I think the nerves are ramping up, the engines are revving up. So let's hope for a good one and a clean first Cops corner. Michael Berg definitely showing that Bentley and telling him, look, I'm here, so you better watch out.
See, one car started from the pits. Mr. Donovan Leher from Team LNR.
Alright, so here they go around the final corner before the starting line. Let's see when Donnie Steenkamp goes and see what Michael van Berg can do.
I'll just jump in the helicopter quickly and I'll move myself down a bit further down the field. We watch the front.
And it's green and they're off. There they go. Michael Berg getting a bit of a jump, but Donnie Steenkamp keeping it on the inside there. And he goes a little bit to the outside, keeping Michael Berg behind. Jock Creel jumping up a few positions there as well. He's right behind them, Michael Berg at the moment. And we've got Jonathan Chislett right behind Michael Berg. Jock Creel losing out to him.
Contact at the rear. Those contacts coming through. Predominantly nice and clear.
So far, so good. We've got a few contacts there at the back, but Donnie Steenkamp already pulling a little bit of a gap there from Michael Berg there. But Jonathan Chislett is right on the back of Michael Berg. So let's see what he can do, but not for long because Jock Creel is also creeping in on him. And William Wentworth is right on the back of him. I mean, we've got a whole train of cars here, Marco, of about 9 cars that are on each other, still going through those wet corners.
I just see the biggest losers through the first couple corners is Rob van der Heever,
Martin.
lost 12 positions after contact, and then Mr. Francois Heinz lost 11.
Martin went there for a bit of out, for a move on the inside there, but couldn't stick it. He's trying another
Them.
one, side by side. Light contact between Martin and Caden there. Caden just keeping ahead of Martin. And he got it. Caden kept the position. Martin needs to come fighting back again.
I see Mr. Valiatham drop down 21 positions now.
Slight contact there with him.
Car number 35. No contact with car number 35. He must have spun out all by himself.
Yes, all listening into our stream. From next week on, we'll have instant replays for all these incidents that we might miss. Our technical team are busy figuring out the bells and whistles on making that possible. So the first top four guys starting to pull a little bit of gaps on each other there, Marco.
So I can see Michael Berg sticking to that Ford of Dani Steenkamp.
Yeah,
and then a bit of a gap to Jonathan. Jonathan has done well, moved up one position so far.
Sean Rudolph under a little bit of pressure there from Ulrich the Jager as well. Definitely making
that position from Ulrich, so Ulrich will want that back.
He's gonna fight for it back, yes.
Just check your eyes on Mr. Scott as well. Caden, he's up 5 positions into P8 from P13.
Caden also had a very great start, yes. He actually jumped 2 cars on the inside there. I think Cops actually played the good role for some of these drivers, and some of these drivers actually lost out a bit. The guys on the inside line had a better run through there than the guys on the outside.
Okay. Definitely a better start with a fast corner to start with, just to settle into your positions. It's much worse on the tracks with a very sharp and slow first corner. So I think we've come out relatively slightly scathed, but not too bad. A couple drivers losing out quite severely. Mr. Negrini lost 12 places. Valiatham 17. He was on 21 places, so he made up another 4 already. And then Alvin Prim also down 13 spots. And Rob van der Heever down 26 places to P36.
A few drivers had a bit of contact on the lap 1 there.
Okay, seems like Steenkamp is pulling a gap on Michael Berg now.
Still under 1 second, but let's see if Michael Berg can start eating back at him, or is Steenkamp gonna make this car disappear into the distance.
Guys are running good lap times in comparison to quali. 26.9 from Mr. Steenkamp there. 206.9, 207.1. So not too far off the pace in quali.
We also have Rick Thomas running down Leon Swan here, fighting for 10th position. Really close and gaining every little lap. He's gaining a little bit on him. Gerard also up a few spaces, up into P19. He started P25, so definitely fighting it back, trying to go around the outside of that BMW there of Kevin Parkley. And as he's taken the position, he's still on the inside, too wide, and he's through. Another position gained there for Gerard.
Seems like Sean's also trying to take the benefit of the gap that Gerard created there. Now he's losing a position out to Negrini.
Sure, but well, the cars are real close. There we've got the Mustang of Jacobus van der Walt trying to go on the inside there of Sean Berg, but he closed the doors and he couldn't get through there. These two are going to be fighting it out. Definitely Sean Berg needs to defend every corner. Jacobus is definitely looking a little bit stronger in the rain. So I think we should keep our eyes on them also during the race and see how the battle goes out between them.
Ferrari versus Ford.
Le Mans playoff.
Very nice livery there from Team UGL on Jacobus van der Wald's Mustang.
Definitely.
Very particular purple there.
Yep.
RaceFace colors.
See the field spreading out a little bit now.
Everyone's
But
just setting into their comfortable positions at the moment, trying to keep pace with the guy in front. That's
But
the one
even-
thing about racing mentality, Jacques. You're always looking forward. You're never looking backwards.
No,
Unless you get closer to the end where you're defending.
as soon as you see that checkered flag, you need to see it to the end. So, doesn't matter what happens at the start of the race or during the race. As soon as you come out of that pit, it just gives you extra motivation to push that little bit extra harder and see how much positions you can gain at the end of the day.
Donovan has done very well starting out of the pits as well. He's up 7 places into P30.
Yes, and fighting with Ruan here in front of him. And he goes for a late move on the inside. Is he going to stick it? Keep it tight.
Got it.
And he took the position there. What a move there from Donovan. But wait. Yeah, I almost contact there from the rear, from Ruan there.
They've got a McLaren as well.
Yes,
Now
now we got Alwyn also trying to take the position, and he takes it away from Ruan there. I think he was a little bit eager to fight back there with Don, and might have just compromised his own line and actually opened the door there for Alwyn to come through.
You can't cover everywhere. You have to choose what you're going to defend.
Yeah, no.
There's another opportunist behind, especially when the field's as big as what we've got now this season in the RaceFace Championship GT3 on ACC. I do like the attendance with the drivers here, and the size of the grid makes for quite exciting racing and a lot of action. It will be very difficult to cover all of it on a live basis.
No, definitely, Marco. And I think sometimes the drivers just need to decide, are we going to defend or are we just going to let them go and try to keep in the slip? Sometimes the defending actually costs you more time than actually just letting the driver pass and seeing a little bit later and get your move back. So sometimes you need to just make the right choice, decide, and benefit or lose from it.
Nothing better to see than two guys fighting it out in front of you, because you know your opportunity is going to come as well to take them both.
Exactly.
Instead of one.
No, definitely. And I think that's exactly where Alwyn actually saw an opening for him. Don and Ron were fighting, and Alwyn just said, "Thank you, I'll just take a position."
Just trying to see if there's any comments here. Say big up to Jay Randall, his first race from Fish and Chips. Let's see, where's Jay Randall on the track here?
Jason Randall.
P35, down 1 spot from his grid position.
Also running in a Lexus. Well, all the good luck to him for the season. If it's his first race tonight, all the good luck.
Here from Ulrich Kone. Can't hear anything. It says TV's on 18, almost hearing nothing.
Apologies, say again.
I say Ulrich Kone just made a comment here regarding our sound. It says he can't hear anything. TV's on 80. Maybe just put the game sound a bit down and the voice is up.
100%. It should be better now. Okay. Ask Mr. Ulrich there if it sounds any better now.
Yeah, no response at the moment. He'll let us know.
Seems like we've been talking to ourselves tonight, Mark.
At least for the first 12 minutes here in the race.
Definitely bumped up the volumes now, so let's hear what our guys in the chat say.
Ulrich says it's fine now. Thanks, Jock.
100%. Sorry for the technical stuff there, Uri. Hope you guys enjoy it further. So, Marco, we need to repeat ourselves for the last, how many minutes?
12 minutes. Can you remember what you said?
Oh, Michael Berg running in P1. What happened to...
Mr. Stenkamp all the
Where's
way down to
Mr.
P8.
All the way down to P8. Wonder
Let me
what
see
happened
if
there
there was
too.
any contact there. Car number 16. No contact on my list with car number 16.
Maybe he spun it around, lost it on the wet. That's what makes it interesting in the wet, especially on Silverstone. The one moment you're running P1, the next moment you just lose the rears. And you lose out to 7 positions.
Just trying to see on my replays there if there's any contact. Up.
Sean Rudolph made it all the way up to P4. Currently hunting down Mr. Creel.
Oh, I see where Mr. Stenkamp lost it. Just trying to figure out where it was on track. Lost it all by himself.
Did he spin it around?
Spin it around one of the fast corners. Couldn't exactly see where it is. The map goes away on the replay. Oh, there was contact here. Okay, with Volley Negrini down in P19. Okay, so shout out to Mr. J. Randall. It's his first sim race tonight. So to his fans, you see Mr. Brooker Lawman and Mr. Fish and Chips.
Who's Mr. Fish and Chips?
One of Mr. Randall's fans here on the stream.
Nice to have you here watching the stream, Mr. Fish and Chips.
I see Mr. Ulrich says he should have been in the race, but they've got some bad weather. Where he comes from, where you from, Mr. Quinner? Where do you have a storm?
We've got Gerard all the way back into P15 already, having a spectacular race. I mean, he's getting 10th position from the start, and he's not even that far in yet. Actually, Gerard can make a bit of a difference in those next few laps, but he's on the back here of Mr. Maber. Kevin Scott and Roland Stein also not far ahead.
Gerard's got the line on. He's got the line on the exit here.
Oh, we've got Mayberg running wide.
Mayberg
definitely
out on the grass.
And take the position away there.
Definitely.
Ah,
Ferrari was Ferrari.
fighting. That's what he decided, right? Takes another position up in 14. Next up, he's going to be chasing down Caden Scott, but Caden is tired of staying behind Roland Stein, so he's also wanting to get by. Let's see how the battle plays out, see if he can get position. Roland definitely going a bit of a defensive there, knowing that Caden is going to push his nose in there anytime soon, and there I think it's going to be on the next corner. Is he going to try the outside line there?
Cutting back.
Oh,
inside on the second corner.
Roland,
so I think Scott had the racing line there. He was just ahead of Spain. And there's a car off, just past.
Roland definitely doing very well to keep the car back there, but here he comes back fighting again. Trying on the outside.
Caden and Roland's fight's not over.
Side by side still. Who's gonna get the better traction in the lane here? Is it going to be the Ferrari or the Aston? Aston going a little bit wide there. Oh, now Gerard
also have
mix as well.
Oh,
Oh, Gerard almost losing it there.
on the paint next to the track there.
There we've got a car in the back hitting the barrier. It's McNeely who slid on the same place as Gerard there, but just could not get it saved quickly there and hit the wall. It doesn't look like too much damage, but let's hope that the damage is not too bad and then fight his way back up again.
I see William Wentworth has put up the fastest lap as well, so he'll be chasing down Jock Hill.
Roland's staying running ahead still, trying to fight.
I'm also looking at the speed trap here, and what car would you think is the fastest through the speed trap, Jock?
Well, I'll probably throw my money on the McLaren. I think it's got a better top speed trap. Stand to be corrected.
Where's the McLaren? McLaren's top speed, the fastest one is at 246. That's Herbst. Other McLaren's 246. We've got Donovan de Heer in his Aston at 252, and the top runner with the best speed through the speed trap currently is Van Wyk at 252 in the Datsun.
With the Datsun.
You didn't expect that.
He's got some steroids on the back that point.
I think that Godzilla claws giving him extra traction here on the slidey surface in the rain.
I see William Wentworth closing the gap now to Jock Creel. Really close here, so I think he's also going to be shaping for a position in the next lap or two. But yeah, we've got Rudolph and Van Wyk not too far behind, and Sean Rudolph is definitely a driver. If he's got a serious gap, he's going to take it.
Good. I see we also have Mr. Ronaldinho in the comments here. Good old Dean. Here from LNR. He's saying good up to the SPR and LNR boys. Lekker racing. Mr. Ulrich is from Muldersdrift, Joburg side, and that's where he had the storm earlier and struggling with his internet. I hope to see you on the next race, Ulrich. We'll be looking out for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of guys will be missed on track tonight. I mean, with South Africa and our Wi-Fi power outages, these guys can always be on track and be a challenging thing sometimes.
At least Eskom has given us a nice honeymoon. We've had quite consistent power supply in Joburg.
That's not bad. That's real lucky.
Yeah. Can always get better.
It always can get better. But at least if we know that soon the load shedding will be back, I think we're all just wondering when it will be back. Then everybody can just go and have a look at Rhino Utilities website and Facebook page. It sells some awesome solar backup systems to run PCs, house lights, everything. So definitely
always better to have a backup plan.
Have a backup plan with Rhino Utilities.
I see Martin and Jock is currently battling it out for P5. Sean, apologies.
Martin is definitely keeping up on it. See how two of our teammates when we fighting without any team orders. Let's see if they can keep it clean.
See, Martin has improved his speed through the speed trap. He's on 253 now. Definitely picking up the pace.
I think that's where he's got the leverage on that Mustang in the straights, because when Sean comes through the corners, he pulls away a little bit.
Martin's not far off the fastest lap. He's on a 206.5 last time around, and the fastest lap's 206.4 from William Wentworth.
Not bad at all.
He's on a slower lap currently. I think he's catching the traffic with Rudolph and Wentworth ahead of him now. Had some nice clean air for a while.
Definitely having a good run here. I think he must be a odd move from Ferrari to Nissan. I mean, Nissan probably gave him a better contract for this season. But it's always hard for the drivers to adapt to the new cars and everything when they're used to driving a certain manufacturer for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, quite a big difference in the handling and the setups between the different manufacturers we have in the GT class. I'm just looking back here at Gerard and his battle with Mr. Stein. He's now got Struble for company on his rear. So it seems like the SPR guys are going at it in a 2-2 basis. Gerard just ducking into the pits for his first pit stop.
Yeah, not bad from Neil there. Going all the way up to P10 now. That Gerard went into the pits. Neil just started way down tonight, but made a very good comeback. Very quiet on the track tonight, but this was the silent killer. I mean,
6 spots.
we didn't see or hear anything from him, and now he's in the top 10.
Good. So none of the drivers in the top 10 pitted yet. Ulrich is the best placed driver currently that pitted up in P16. He has lost 10 positions from his starting position in P6.
Ulrich the Jager already did his pit stop.
Yes. You see he did a splash and dash. He only stopped for 5 seconds. Seems like Donovan had some damage to repair. He was in the pit, stopped for 1 minute 17 seconds.
Probably a bit of, I almost had Ulrich the Jager having contact here with Kevin in front of him. Kevin was with the thing, he's there. Definitely doesn't want to make it easy for Ulrich. But once again, Marco, we've got drivers fighting it out and one guy's pulling the race. So, like I said, Silverstone is one of those tracks that actually can cost you a lot of time fighting side by side for too many corners. Sometimes you can just work together and then you just get a few more spots up. It's hard for two teams to work together. In that same sentence, it doesn't make sense when I say it.
Good. I see Ulrich giving a shout out to UGL and the RRR boys. What's the RRR for? Must be Rapid Racing Rangers. I'd like to know what the RRR is for. Maybe it's the 3 R's of education: reading, writing, and arithmetics.
Yeah, we've got Donnie Bosch here of RRR running almost like an army green BMW. And the olive green.
What's his position on track?
We currently running P27. And then we also have Jermaine here down into P33, also to RRR.
Oh my word. It's Rapid Recon Racing, Jock.
No,
it's got nothing to do with the education department.
That's fine. I think we
Rangers would have made sense with the army colours on the BMW here on Donny's car.
I think we're the ones that got educated with the RRR tonight.
Definitely, and there's also a shout out to the Panda Boys. Tell me who's the Panda Boys so we can check what their liveries look like.
Panda City guys.
Must be black and white, right? If it's the Panda Boys, unless it's a red panda. Shout out coming from Tinus Buerta for the Panda Boys. Please enlighten us, Tinus. We really like to see what the panda looks like. Ulrich's definitely in a recovery drive mode. He's battling it out, went a bit wide at the moment, just behind Van der Walt.
Chris Greef, yeah, that was at the car. Currently doing his pit stop here.
Chris Greef.
Running down in P36, but he did his pit stop now.
There's a panda with blue eyes. Okay, I see the panda on the side. A nice, like a snake skin.
Definitely one of the more famous teams in RaceFace.Pro. They've got cars competing in basically all our series that we run. Most competitive drivers definitely in iRacing, and they're real competitive in the Pro and Pro-Am divisions as well.
Okay, that's something to look out for in the coming races as well. See if Mr. Greef can recover from P36.
We also have Rick Thomas running down P27, racing for them. He's got a more total banner car there.
I like the textures they placed on their cars. So he's got like a marble effect running behind the Rapid Recon Racing BMW. The Donny Bosch.
Definitely a very interesting name. I like it. I think it's a good name.
Sounds like accountants, if you ask me. Into the recon business.
Into the recon business, yes. So we've got Sean definitely chasing down Joe Creel here as well. And Sean takes the position. Joe didn't make it very hard there for you. One day Joe is going to be playing a little bit of a different game here. Is he going to take it a little bit longer, or at his tires maybe seen the end of it light?
Now the wet tires can very easily go over pressure, overheat, and lose some traction very fairly quickly if you don't have your pressures 100% correct. I see there's only one car that completed 2 stops so far, 2 cars, Greef and Leher, and then Ulrich with his 1 pit stop completed, running top of the cars that's visited the pit so far.
I think the cars that made the double stops already hold up, going to go long, and going to try to keep those tires in the window to get to the end. I think it can actually be a good strategy. I mean, if you've got some clean air, especially in the rain, you're going to be doing a lot better lap times. These guys bunched up with the dirty air, going through maggots and beckers and all those corners. It's going to be a little bit more tough than the guys that are usually on top.
That's what you want in a long race like this. You want clean air in front of you. You don't want to sit fighting for 80 minutes. Your arms definitely take punishment. And also your eyes and all your senses are just overloaded for the full 80 minutes. So nice clean air, take a breather, keep consistent pace, much easier in clean air than in traffic.
I think Neil Struble had a bit of a moment there. Or he did his pit stop. He went in for his pit there. So Neil Struble also getting one of those pit stops out of the way. Charles de Terrein also got one of his pit stops away there. Vic Robert Stolz, Armin Bosch. Got a lot of drivers here. Rick Thomas, they've got their first stop out of the way. I think most of the drivers that hasn't done these stops yet are pushing a little bit longer and can do the short stop at the end of the race and hopefully gain some positions there.
I see Ford has joined the 253 kilometer mark on the speed trap. The Ford of Jay van der Walt's also on 253 now. Martin still sticking with his record at 253.
I see Michael Berg in front here, starting to pull almost a 3-second gap from P2, so definitely having an easy lead here tonight so far. But with the rain, anything can happen. He's catching some lap cars here as well, so let's hope he gets by quickly.
Who's he lapping there? Car number 33.
Jonathan Cheslett also having an awesome race tonight. Also coming there from P4 at the start, up into P2, pulling there from Winkler through the so also actually sitting nice and comfortable here in P2. Maybe he has a little bit more left in the tank at the end of the race also to push a little bit harder there to see if he can actually get back there to Berg. But yeah, that Aston can be tricky in the wet, especially on those curves. So there we've got the lap car in front here. William Winsworth almost losing it a little bit there on the corner before the straight. Dives in front, yeah. Sean Little. Sean goes away fast around the lap car.
Now I think Rudolph is just sitting there waiting for the clock to tick down before he puts pressure on Mr. Cheslett. Mr. Wentworth.
Yeah, they've got stalls also going in for his pit now, Robert. Michael Hasenbroek, yeah, also running P24 at the moment with the GSR Griffin Sim Racing. Also a nice lovely red and white here.
Very, very nice with a blue accent.
Yes, on the rear there and all of the trimmings. Francois Haynes running down in P30 with some damage in front of that BMW of his. Definitely a hard night for him to bring that car around.
Big contact for Valiatham. It's not that easy out there in that Mercedes, trying to turn his car around. Yellow flag on track.
I think he's got a bit of a steering damage there.
Oh, he'll definitely have to duck into the pits now for his second stop.
Going there again, but he's got a bit of damage there.
Mercedes looking all wonky now. Hopefully the pit crew's got a blowtorch there to heat some stuff back up and bend it straight.
No, that Mercedes doesn't look like it looked at the start of the race.
Not at all. At least he only has some white paint. Can patch that up. Some PVA power mix. He'll be good to go for the next race.
I think if the guys have some duct tape, then anything is possible. We've got the Greenie with the drive-through penalty. Unfortunate there for him. I wonder what the drive-through penalty was for. Could you maybe have a look that side? Marco.
We check under race control. Doesn't list it here.
Currently running P8, but with that drive-through is definitely going to put him down the order.
Oh, Valiatham is not having a great time out there. Oh, massive contact. Obviously trying to stay in control of that car with the previous incident's damage. He's going to have a very difficult and slow drive back to the pits. So at this point I'll phone the guys with the helicopter to come pick me up. It's already all the way down to P33.
It's sliding. Bad luck
that
there.
car all wonky, nothing's right. Wonder what's his pit stop time gonna be. Better luck next week, Mr. Valiatham. We hope that Mercedes gets sorted out for the next race. Maybe just take it in for a trade-in.
Well, by the looks of it, I think the Nissan wasn't a bad call there from the plate, so hopefully some of the guys actually see that it was a good race.
Mr. Ulrich obviously knows Mr. Valiatham, commenting that he spends a lot of time in the pit. Just ducking into the pit now. He's going to have quite
we've got McGreevy
quite
going
a long
to the pits as well now. Have a look if he's going to serve that drive-through penalty.
I think someone we need to keep a look eye on is definitely Mr. Ulrich de Jager. He's doing quite a recovery drive from his initial first couple laps incidents. Did his first pit stop running in P8. No one ahead of him has pitted.
I think he went for the early pit stop there. Got up in the tyres there, got the fuel in. So I think he's going for the undercut move here on his first stop. By the looks of it, it's starting to work out not too bad for him. I mean, a lot of guys ahead, we still need to stop, so it will be interesting to see where he comes out after those guys make their stop.
No, definitely something to keep our eyes on.
We also had Vake heading to the pits. So also got that first stop done and dusted. So that he can get it
fell back in behind Gerard and he had a 30-second stop. This is Gerard's 18. So he lost 13 seconds on the pit stop towards Gerard that's ahead of him.
I think Gerard still needs to take his longer pit stop.
Still has to change tyres. It's only done fuel, splash and dash in the first.
Interesting to see what Martin how hard he will be fighting with the brain, as Harald is also part of SPR, one of the main bosses there. So let's see how much Van Dijk is going to try to push one of the SPR leaders there.
I think Harald will welcome the pressure from behind. They are catching another Aston Martin here, Mr. Stein. See if they both get the pass done in rapid succession.
Oh, got some big gaps forming around the field. But Mr. Wentworth.
Martin's off on the grass.
He's back on track. At least we've
Sorry.
I see we've got Mr. Wentworth there. They actually closed the gap to half a second. Oh, there's contact.
Oh.
Between.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey. That's catching the back pockets in the traffic. Oh.
Caught the traffic on the wrong place. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I also caught that curb on the outside, coming around that high-speed corner, and just lost the rear. Stuck into the inside and hit. Aye.
Wow, we've got Mr. Wentworth that gained the position there. I think he'll be glad about that, but always not good to see your competitor go out in the road like that. Rather taking a fair racing factor. But yeah, unfortunate incident there for Jonathan there. I was running in P2 for a long while, had a comfortable gap there, and Wentworth just closed the gap down, and just bad luck there. But at least he got it back into P4. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage. So let's see if he's going to chase them down and maybe catch them again. He's a fast and good driver.
Mr. Chislett must be part of what team is he in with these green colors. I see Donnie just took the fastest lap away from Martin. So Donnie is trying to recover back to his pole position where he started this race before losing it all by himself about 20-30 minutes in.
Yeah, well, one of our closest battles now out on track is Jock Kriel in the back of Chislett. And then we've got Roland Stein chasing down Medini, and Medini chasing down Van Dijk. So, you see, Van Dijk lost a bit of time there running into the grass from the grain. So definitely fell down a little bit. Niels Trubel did his first pit stop already, and he's running ahead by 6 seconds off the brain. What a drive from Strubel so far.
Very well done on Niels' side.
Donny Bosch taking a bit of a lawnmower route there.
Wentworth's off. Wentworth spun out. Falling down.
Here comes Jonathan Chislett, takes the position back. Said, I know that feeling. And he said, no, let's take it back.
Very hard to keep your concentration for the 80 minutes as the drivers. It's quite taxing in the rain. Much more opportunities to lose it in comparison to the dry weather.
Wentworth losing their 2 positions now to Chislett and Field. I mean, the guys smiling ahead now. You've got Michael Berg and Sean Creel. They just say thank you, give me that free time.
Mr. Wentworth back in the position he started the race at.
Well, he did an excellent job tonight. I'm sure he's going to fight his way back a position or 2. Not impossible for the podium. But let's have a look what he can do.
We just crossed halfway, so all gets down to that last 20 minutes. Keeping your concentration, staying consistent, avoiding damage, and hoping you calculated your fuel correctly.
Yeah, I think the fuel calculations are very important. I mean, it's so easy to do a miscalculation, and if you're out by 1 lap, you're going to do an extra pit stop. Cost extra time.
Splash and dash pit loss is about 30 seconds, 32 to 34 seconds.
And that can throw you way down the order. Our pulse at that one is Steenkamp. He's running in 9th position at the moment. I think he also had a spin at the start that made it a bit difficult for him. But yeah, never throw these guys away.
He's definitely putting his head down at the moment. He's got nice and clean air, and he's putting in some mega laps, Mr. Steenkamp. I think he wants that P1 back that he lost to Michael. Also see Mr. Tyler Scott driving quite a nice race here. Just currently battling it out with Mr. Swan.
The field is
Tyler
quite
up.
spread out a little bit now.
Very good drive from Tyler Scott in P5, coming up all the way from P15 at the start.
Also very good drive for him. I think he hasn't made his pit stop yet. I see with the field.
Oh, he has not.
But actually made both their stops already. And we've got Herbst here, big Herbst, in the A and B car. I wonder what CPU or graphic card he uses.
He's not shy about it.
No. And then we also have Roland Stein, also made his 2 stops. Rick Thomas, Robert Stolz, but having a spin. Bad luck there for you. We've got
Keep an eye out for Ulrich, that's also finished all his pit stops now, running in P15.
All the way up into P15. Robert Stolz at the moment there, but got it back on track, no damage. He's diving into the pits. Might have nicked the wall there. Ooh, almost having a bit of a slide in the pit entry, almost touching the outside of the pit wall there.
We've got Jonathan Chislett and Tyler Scott following him into the pits as well right now for their first stops.
Now we've got Liebenberg here, John Liebenberg in the Lambo. Also was quiet a bit tonight, we didn't speak too much about him. I think he's got a good idea to be the only Lambo on track because to be different is always better. That's my belief, Marco.
No, for sure. It doesn't help following the crowd with the Ferraris. It's going to be difficult to stand out. Sigrid just won his Ferrari.
And the city cars on the side of the road, they're having a spin.
Mr. Packery also lost his BMW. Just after Beckett's. Van Wyk and Van der Walt still the fastest cars through the speed trap.
I mean, if you go and have a look at our Tuesday night racing on iRacing, there is a lot of Ferraris, McLarens, and everything nice and neat. But we are a little bit different in our Mustangs. I think we're about 2 or 3 of us in the grid, so it's always good to be different.
I agree with that. I tend to also always look at what everyone's driving and choose something different just to stand out a bit so I can get some airtime.
Then we've got Kevin going into the pits now for his second stop, getting his pit stop done and dusted. Well, we've got Herbert, Stein and Thomas, who's got, and the brain. We've got Gerard with a drive-through penalty there.
He'll be gutted about that.
I hope it wasn't for speeding in the pit lane there.
Just after completing his second stop, he has to visit the pits for a third time.
Definitely, the Arthur is going to be our silent killer right here. Got both his pit stops done, running to 14 and gaining the guys ahead. But still need to do 1 and 2 stops. So I think he's going to jump a few positions here.
Yeah, he'll have to chase Donnie Steenkamp down.
There we've got Gerard on the side of the road, going to the pit lane. I don't know what happened there too. He's into the pits.
He's going to cruise through the pits at 50 kilometers an hour. Wave hi to his pit crew. Then he'll have to put his head down and push to make up that time. So Dan is just exiting the pit lane. Let's see where he exits in respect to Ulrich.
I think the brain might have some issues with the car. Basically, looks like they went to the pit to retire it. I'm not 100% sure because he's standing still inside the pit. I hope there's no engine or electronic problems on that car.
Okay, so Steenkamp is 2 spots behind Ulrich after exiting the pits on his final stop. Now, 80 minutes of wet driving is not anyone's friend. Definitely takes a lot out of you to complete 80 minutes of focusing on a big field of 37 drivers, all competitive, all looking ahead to make up positions. So it's going to be the survival of the fittest here.
And I think the rain in those 80 minutes, I mean, the guys need to control the slides. You've got you need to be more focused for those 80 minutes than any other race. So I think it's a very tiring part of this. But yeah, that's where the best stand out from the week. So, I mean, all our 37 drivers on the track tonight are here for a reason, fighting it out. So all of them would have prepared, got themselves ready, and yeah, giving their all tonight. I think Negrini had another spin there now.
He just went out very wide and Wentworth took that position.
Our current leader is Mr. Rudolph, but Michael Bird took his pit stop there. So let's have a look.
See, Michael only stopped for 10 seconds, so no tyre change yet. Just a quick top up on fuel and cleaning of the windscreen.
Jonathan's just let running Q4 again. 4 seconds behind Mr. Swan in P3. But Mr. Swan still needs to make a pit stop. He's done none of his pit stops yet, same as Mr. Sean Rudolph has not done a pit stop yet.
Only 2 drivers here to stop, Rudolph and Swan.
Yeah, and Negrini. Negrini also hasn't, he's in the pits now. Negrini just went in for his pit stop now. So we only have 2 drivers left that hasn't pitted.
See, Mr. Valiatham visited the pits 3 times already. Just running at the back, finishing up the race. See if he can pick up some freebies. He'll definitely pass Gerard, that's retired in the pits. So
like there for one of our SPR cars or some technical difficulties there. Hopefully they can get that Ferrari all sorted and ready for the next race.
Ulrich here on the chat giving a shout out to the AMD. Says it looks good. Which car was it, Jock, with the AMD?
Apologies, Martin. I'll have a look quickly.
There's 37 cars here. I don't expect you to remember everything. Understood.
Okay, probably in a race or 2 we'll know all of them.
See Mr. Prim is off track, spinning all over. He's gonna fall back a position here to Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott's doing a good race. Nice and consistent. The net leader.
Vic Herbst is our AMD car up on the street now.
Vic Herbst.
Yeah. Also got all these pit stops done. Running in P16.
A very fine livery there. Very fine difference between the colors on the side and the main color. It's like a grey-green color. I'll have to ask the wife about that. That should be some fancy name color.
And then we also have Caden Scott here with a Sarko racing car as well.
So he's got the Moza on the side.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Creel also got his first stop completed, came out in P11, but look at Ulrich de Jager up into 9th.
I told you should keep our eyes on Ulrich.
He's definitely making his gap smaller to the guys ahead.
Fastest lap still sitting with Mr. Steenkamp. Mr. Steenkamp unfortunately visited the pits 3 times. That would hurt his chances to do a good recovery.
Sean sticking it out there to the end. I think he's going to go along with that Mustang. He likes to see the clean air in front of him running in P1 at the moment. And we've got Leon Swan here as well, P2, enjoying his time. And quite a gap down from P2 to P3. We've got a 20.5
Just almost a third of the track, full sector.
So Rob van der Heever also still needs to make 1 stop, but both the guys ahead of him need to make 2. So it's going to be quite interesting. Neil also running P4 at the moment. Already got 1 stop out of the way, but he still needs to do his stop for the tyre change.
I see Martin's just ducking into the pit for his 2nd stop on his birthday. I wonder if they serve him cake there. Let's see how long he's stationary for.
As long as it has its cake and tea, no brandy. Okay. That would be an interesting race further.
Very relaxed to the end then. But pit lane is quite busy, yeah? Quite a lot of cars in and out.
We've got Mr. Wentworth getting in P7, got up to a lap car now. Ulrich up into P8, not too far behind Wentworth. Starting to catch the guys.
Mr. Michael and his racing snail having a nice and comfortable cruise in the net P1 position. Completed all his stops as well.
Yeah, and Marco,
started in 2nd.
I think something new we will also be bringing in from the next race is the driver interviews. So every hour we've got Mr. Steenkamp just had a big moment there. I lost all my words when I saw that spot. So on the next race we're going to be having some driving interviews of gold top 3 and silver top 3. So it would be good if the viewers can listen and hear a little bit of our drivers speak and learn to know them and actually get to start picking their favorite drivers.
Mr. Ulrich just making a dig here at Mr. Valiatham, saying he does call himself Mr. Pitmaster.
Mr. Pitmaster.
The aim here is to be the master of the track and not the master of the pits. He was definitely the master of the walls here today. Quite miraculous and spectacular spin-offs and collisions with the walls. He's doing well to recover. He's back in P34 from running dead last with 3 pit stops, so he's just trying to make up.
Struble also went in there for his final pit stop. So we'll see where he comes out roundabout now. By the looks of it, it's down into P10. Yeah, what a drive from Neil. Up into P10 after his 2nd stop there.
So he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers ahead of him that also completed 2 stops. Quite close to Mr. Wentworth and Mr. Scott that hasn't pitted for their 2nd round yet.
Yeah, well, we still have our top 2 haven't done one of their stops yet. And they're starting to catch traffic, so that's not ideal for them because they will start losing time here, keeping the guys that did all their stops and will start regaining all the gap they actually pulled for staying up on will start to disappear.
Now they want to duck in and come out in thin air. Unfortunately, they don't have race engineers here to tell them what the time gaps behind them looks like.
And Renzo Nico Scott also having a bit of a tough evening tonight in the rain with that green and pink Ferrari.
Lap times are coming quite a bit slower at the moment. I think that concentration levels are just ducking. Fastest laps at the moment is Michael with a 2:07.3, which is about a second off his qualifying pace. The rest of the drivers running high 2:07s, 2:08s. 2:08 seems roughly about the average lap time at the moment. 2 seconds off the pace of quali.
Yeah, I think they're starting to work on the arms. I think they're starting to work on the eyes. The concentration levels also high. I think the guys are going to be slowing down a bit or just recharging a bit for the end.
Just trying to survive to the last 20 minutes and then focus on pace again. We've been at it for 57 minutes now.
Very, very spread out. Big gaps in between the drivers. I think everybody found their groove and just trying to bring it home at the end of the night. I think the expectation and the build up to this race was quite big. And those first couple of laps, the battles were amazing. I think the guys are starting just to fall in and decide, alright, let's stay. See at the end, guys can make mistakes. And see how many positions we can gain maybe from that.
Well, Mr. Ulrich, where's Donnie number 112? There's no car number 112 on the grid. Oh, here's Mr. Bosch, Donnie Bosch. It's Mr. Ulrich saying he's the slowest driver in their team and he's doing exceptionally well here tonight. He's running in P13 at the moment.
So that's a very good drive from Bibi. Also has used both his pit stops with it. Has a nice gap in front and the back, so I think it's going to be a very good result for Team on.
Looking at Rookie as well.
Extra pit stop there.
That's what might have some damage. Didn't see any penalty.
Fine, but I see when for 0.7, maybe had a drive to the penalty there.
Didn't see any penalties on the screen, yeah. I see Donnie Bosch is doing well in his first race. And then Mr. Rian Potgieter in his rookie debut race for Racing Snails. Currently running in P31. Hoping to make up some spots towards the end, yeah.
Making a move here on the green. They go side by side now. Martin taking the wider line there in the side. Struggles to get on the power. That Ferrari just had a little bit of a better power.
Will be a matter of a couple of corners. Ducking to the inside for the next corner. He's got it. Now it's going to be the switchback. No, Martin's got the inside covered.
Nice
good,
cover
good call on that overtake strategy there from Van Wyk.
No, definitely kept it tight there. Didn't leave any space for anybody to come fighting back there on the inside. Oh, look at Mr. Bosch, Donnie Bosch. He's actually starting to catch the guys in front. When he brought there, it was 3 seconds. It's down to 1.2 at the moment. I don't know if Prim made a mistake or what happened there. Or did he go into the pits? There we go. Donnie Bosch up into P12.
Donnie Steenkamp.
Yes. Donnie Bosch. R Racing.
Donnie Bosch. Okay. Rapid Recon Racing.
Yes. And here we've got Struble also starting to gain the guys here. 0.8 seconds now. So let's see if Struble can start the game and catch him. Focus on him for a little bit here. As it's one of our closest battles in our track at the moment. We also have Prim there at the bottom, fighting with Thomas.
Rebel's also right on the back of Jacques Kriel.
They get a lap car ahead of him. Can Struble clear him quickly? Yes, he's passed.
Yes. The blue flags came out. Blue flags adhere to.
At SPR Racing, yes, Struble is known as the lane master. He showed it tonight again. I think he started way down the grid and look how he fought his way back in the rain.
Let's check his again. Started P17, running P7. P10 at the moment. 7 spots up.
Not a bad drive from him there. Definitely putting some pressure here on Jacques Kriel.
Yes, he's right on his bumper.
He's definitely going to be feeling this pressure. Let's see if we can get it.
It's lovely to see the South African flags on the side of the rear wings here. The Ferraris both on Racing Snells and Team SBR. I'm sure we'll have some of these guys one day representing South Africa on a bigger stage. Next hero might be amongst us, right here in the gold and silver class. Mr. Michael definitely contender, back, got his P1 position, pit stops completed. That's his gap to Rudolf. Rudolf also completed his 2 stops now. So only 8 seconds, 7.5. It's coming down quite rapidly. 7.1. So definitely something to look at, that gap between Berg and Rudolf.
At the moment we're still focusing here on Jacques Kriel and Neil Struble. Neil putting a lot of pressure here on him now. But just not getting the perfect run on him to get the position.
Should just sit there, keep the pressure. The mistake will come, then you have to be there to make your move.
So we've got Wentworth as well, very close to Jonathan Chesler here in P4. But Wentworth still needs to make a pit stop. Same as we've got Leon Swan in P3, and he also needs to make another pit stop. So at the end of the day, with Jonathan Chesler losing it, he might just get his podium back there. But Ulrich came back nice and strong as well, running a P6 at the moment. And he's got 2 drivers ahead of him that still need to pit. So let's see, maybe at the end we can have a fight here between Chestnut and De Jager.
Seems like Wentworth already did his tyre stop, so he's going to have a short stop, but he's close to Ulrich, so Ulrich will definitely pass him. But Mr. Swan had a short stop, so his next stop's going to be a long one. So I think it's safe to say Ulrich will take both of them in the pits, as long as he keeps his race clean.
Well, that will be a solid P4 for you. But yeah, it's not over.
Till it's over.
Back. Yeah. Struble still putting a amount of pressure here on Jacques Kriel. Just can't get the car shaped in the move. I think it's very tough to go offline in the rain. I mean, you're sitting here with a perfect racing line, and as soon as you go offline, you lose all grip. So going for a late dive and anything like that is quite hard. But after a few laps of sitting behind the driver, the frustration is going to build. You're going to definitely want to go for a move. But let's see if we can do it nice and clean and keep it on track afterwards.
The top 3 at the moment is 3 different teams. No team play or team orders applicable right now. So we've got Racing Snells in P1, Team SPR in P2, and then Black Busa, Mr. Swan's team in P3 with a pit stop to go, as well as Mr. Wentworth from TTHR with a pit stop to go.
just that didn't fight too much for Wentworth to come past. As he knows, Wentworth can still make his final pit stop. So I think he just thought, alright, let him go. See if we can catch a slip. Yeah, see if we can catch the slip and maybe go and have a look if we can catch it off at the end.
You know, you've got a fast guy behind you. Sometimes the better strategy is to let him go past. See how close you can stick to him. Exactly. Use his slip. Use his lines.
Oh, with contact there with. Oh, bad luck there from Wentworth. Another incident for tonight. Jonathan just got through there. I think he was nipping a little bit. Also being caught in the incident early in the race. No, not again.
Unfortunately, car number 54 just made contact there with Wentworth. Jean Clute, the back marker.
Also. Oh, sorry, my timing page is a little bit there.
Yeah, Ulrich did have a bit of an incident there. He had contact with car number 54 as well, also Jean Clute. If I look through the contact list here, Mr. Clute is a permanent feature here. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 contacts recorded in the race. 8, 9, 10.
So it's been a very tough race for him tonight.
He just hasn't got the hang of getting out of the way of the fast cars yet. I think it's something that will be worked on for the next race. Rudolf has worked that gap down to just under 7 seconds on Michael. So he's slowly catching. Only 10 minutes to go, about 5 to 6 laps. I don't think it will be enough to catch him and make the overtake.
I think we've got one driver that's very gutted now at this moment with even after that incident all the way down to P21 and having another moment on the final corner to the main straight, losing another position there to Jacobus van der Walt.
He's not going to be happy with Mr. Clute. He did involve his race quite a bit more than what was planned.
Most definitely has some damage on that BMW of his now. Sean Rudolph.
That's unfortunate.
Race here as well. Just sitting there, enjoying the clean and enjoying the gaps. Just telling himself, bring it home. Get the podium, and that's a good, nice job for one of our drivers that promoted from silver to gold. What a magnificent drive from him.
Definitely very consistent, and he kept it quite clean, so that's what it's about. Keep your race clean, keep your pace consistent, and the position will come. No necessity to push for the position right from the start. That's where our turn 1 incidents usually becomes an issue. The guys are asking on the chat, how's the homeboy Randall doing? Let me double check on Randall here. He's in P33, 28 seconds behind Valiatham, so Valiatham caught up on him. And then he's got a 57-second gap to Clute behind him. So Mr. Broeke-Lorman, your boy Randall is holding out well. He's keeping his nose clean and finishing his race nice and consistently. In his Lexus, the only Lexus on the grid. Very detailed livery there with playing with the purple, grey and white. It's like an eagle on the side there of the car. Hear that V8 roaring.
Definitely got some good action shots there of Mr. Randall or the people there in the stream. This the Lexus.
Broeke, it's a very competitive league. There is really we have some real professional drivers, even though it's silver and gold. It's not the pros and the Pro-Ams. These are all classified as amateurs, but the competition level has definitely upped from the last couple of seasons consistently. I think if the guys race themselves from a season or two ago, they'll definitely beat themselves, and that's the aim of the game, is to always improve. So definitely someone to keep a look on. Put in that seat time, work on the setups, work on the racecraft, keep your race nice and clean.
Struble still sitting here in P7 trying to get the move done on Jock Kriel. Just can't get around there.
Right up his rear bumper now. So taking definitely a bit of a different line into the final corner.
Kriel just having a better exit in those corners than Struble. I think that's what's making it a little bit off. Pulls away.
I see Struble having a bit more sideways drift out of that last corner. And his lines are definitely not copying the driver ahead of him, so he's just sticking to his game plan and the lines that he knows. Keeping his time there and keeping the pressure on. So we've got Racing Snails versus Team SPR in P1 and 2, and Racing Snails versus SPR down here in P7 and 6.
Oh wow, we were look there. I see we've got a battle brewing here in P18 and 19 and no, 18 and 17. Mr. Berg. I think Hassenbroek took his final stop now. That's why the gap came down. Quite interesting, Silverstone always bringing these bigger gaps later in the race. And then we've got Mr. Rick Thomas pulling over to the side of the road.
A very long track at 5.9 kilometers. The rain, it becomes exceptionally longer to complete. It takes the guys 2 minutes, 8 seconds on average at the moment to complete the lap. So big gaps are prone to appear, yeah.
I see we've got one of the Panda City cars there with some engine troubles or something. Might have stalled it because he stopped on the side of the road but got it going again. Not sure what happened there.
Mr. Thomas.
Mr.
Sorry, it was
Thomas,
yellow
yes.
flag.
Michael Berg just having an awesome night, keeping the lead, keeping the gap and having a good time.
Mr. Fish and Chips saying that Mr. Randall's got a very good coach, if he has to say so himself. So Mr. Fish and Chips, when are you racing? When are you joining our league, yeah?
I heard a saying once, Martin, those that can't do, they can't coach. Correct.
You want to chase our loyal watcher, Mr. Fish and Chips has been on here since the start. This is the first comment.
Thank
Currently
you,
the
Mr.
last
Fish
comment.
and Chips, for staying with us.
Yeah, and coaching Mr. Randall there.
Yes.
I think it's nice of you to avail your time to coach him, but put in some time and can race yourself.
And
we'd
we've
love to
got
see you on track.
finally got the move done on Jock Kriel. I'm so happy about it. We've already pulled the 1 second gap, so Mr. Struble will be racing to maybe take down the gap to front the year cut. He's also been quite quiet tonight, just sneaking up here into the top 5 positions for Griffin Racing here.
I think Struble has a chance on Swan as well, when Swan finally ducks into the pit for his final stop.
And I see Swan still needs to make a long pit stop there. So
Yeah,
can we have
the
two
short one.
SPR cars in the top 5 tonight? Let's hope.
You will be ecstatic. Unfortunate for our birthday boy, Mr. Martin van Wyk, currently running in P12. You can't always have everything going your way on your birthday. It's Martin's party and he can cry if he wants to. There's more people rooting for Mr. Randall in P3. 3 still. So Mr. Randall's sticking in there. He's keeping his spot. Let him complete his race, get his experience. I'm sure from race 1 to race 8 there will be improvement. So keep supporting your boy here. Mr. Fish and Chips is from the UK. And he says we should make the ping work. Okay.
There we see Mr. Struble taking the position from Leon. That went into the pits there. Swan still in the pits. He's definitely going to lose out here on some positions. Is Wentworth also going to get him?
Looks like Mrs. Sulay Karpavicuti is Mr. Randall's #1 fan.
I think.
Yes, we've got jams on here as well. Randall definitely did his marketing the right way. Out of our 5 active viewers right now, 4 of them is rooting for Mr. Randall. So well done on that marketing strategy.
So yeah. So Mr. Randall looks like our top driver for the night then. Oh, there we've got the Mercedes off again. Bad luck there for him. Another spin. And also a drive-through penalty. I think
maybe the Mercedes is just not made for the wet.
I think we should stick to those ones.
Hey. Mr. Brooker is commenting the word lizard. Could you provide some context, please?
Well, we've got Wentworth right on the back of Swan now. Swan came out ahead of him. So now this is going to be a fight for P7, and I think Swan is going to definitely try and push his hardest to keep him behind. Here we've got Scott as well, Kevin Scott, having a stop and go penalty there. Kevin Scott, bad luck there for him on the stop and go. That's also going to drop him down the order now.
I think Jason also had a moment. He dropped back quite the amount of seconds behind Verlaten. Something for the coach to look at on the replay.
Yeah, we've got Wentworth right on the back of Swan. He's definitely going to put on pressure here, going down to the first corner now. He goes for the inside. Thinks better of it. Not going to work here. Just going to stick it a little bit more longer. Hope for a better run here after Maggot and Beckett. Then they've got
Neil got that P5 after Swan went into the pits.
I think the gap to Van der Heever is just a bit far. Because we are down to 37 seconds of the race.
Last lap will be started soon. Where's Mr. Berg on track? Yep, he's not far away from starting the final lap of the race.
Got some tight battles that actually formed here on the end of the race. We've got Wentworth onto Swan. Then we also have Bosch on the back here. Martin having a bit of a slide there. Yes, Bosch onto Van Dijk here. They've got a lap car in between here. Bosch definitely needs to get it around this lap car as quick as possible.
I could try. Michael took P1. Just didn't have enough
line for P1.
Good.
We've got Sean Rodolph coming in P2. We've got Jonathan. Just let that did an awesome race. I think after all the contact, he never thought he'll come back to the podium. It was a tough one. But as he's going to cross the line into P3 there.
And a shout out to Mr. Van der Heever as well. I think he had a very, very good race from starting at P10, finishing P4. Struble, I don't know who will say is driver of the day. But if you have to ask me, Struble with his 12 positions from starting P17, finishing P5, that is a mega drive.
Then we've got Jacques Kriel coming in at 6th. Also not the best of his races, but still top 10 finish for him. I think he also had a tough race tonight in that Ferrari on the wet. And then we've got Mr. Swan keeping William Wentworth behind, taking P7 for Swan and 8th for Wentworth. We've got Tyler Scott coming around the last corner now, crossing the line at P9. And then we've got Martin van Wyk running in P10 at the moment, also coming through the final corners now. We're going to bring it home in 10.
I think Martin will see that P10 as a consolation prize on his birthday, flashing the lights as he crosses the line.
Here we've got Vic Herbst with
Nice
the
one.
AMD car in P11, Donnie Steenkamp with the Mustang in P12, Donnie Bosch from RR Racing in P13. What a great drive from him. Has some damage on the front of that BMW. We've got Alvin Priem in 14th. Caden Scott from Suzuka Racing running 15th position now at the moment, where some of the drivers behind actually already finished the race. So yeah, our final then, Marco, I think we can actually run through the final standings here from P1 to the final driver. Mind running through them?
100%. Let's start at the top with, as Mr. Berg disconnected already. Let's just wait for the final classification to come through. There it is now.
Final one, yeah, yes.
Good. So we got Mr. Berg that started out in P1 with a very comfortable drive with a good gap. Sean Rudolph closing that gap quite a bit to the end, just not enough to catch up completely. Jonathan Chislett with an excellent drive in P3. Rob van der Heever, definitely 7 positions up from his starting position in P10 to take the last spot on the podium. Mr. Struble taking, the P4, and then Mr. Struble taking P5, and Mr. Fish and Chips agreeing a very good drive from Struble. I think that will take our Driver of the Day award. We've got Tyler Scott, Martin van Wyk, Donnie Bosch, Mr. Priem, and now my screen has refreshed for the next session.
Yeah, so the guys. Next time we need to, like I said, guys, on the next stream we're going to have some interesting stuff coming. Some new things on our technical side as well as the driver interviews. So actually looking forward to that as well, Marco.
Yes, and I think your boy Randall finished P33. So for first race, not being last, completing the race, hats off. These are not easy races to complete 80 minutes in the wet. It definitely takes some decent focus and concentration to get to the end. So well done to him on his maiden drive. If the final results can be seen, if we go to the results page here. Let's double check. As soon as the session closes, let's go to results. No, I've lost the results on my side, but I'm quite sure Mr. Randall finished in P33. We'll get the final results on some grid after the race. Confirm
100%. And I think
results.
for a first-time race in the wet, he did very well. I mean, as sim racers as all, we know that the rain is not the easiest thing to compete in. But I think it actually works out good in his favor to actually have a difficult race in the start. Got thrown in the deep end, showed he can actually race here. And I think we're going to have our eyes on him on the next races, and I think he's definitely going to do a little bit better in the next race and also build himself up in the season. You never know. Most progress for progress in a driver, maybe he can win an award or something. Let's see.
Yeah, no, good. Thank you, Jock, for your time. It's been fun. It's been a long one in the wet. Yeah, I'm sure the drivers are all going to hit the showers and bathtubs now, get into bed. It's been a good start for the season. I think Michael showed his dominance with his performance today. Rudolph showed his potential coming in P2 with a very stable drive. I can also say on Strubel's side, very consistent, did very well. And then obviously Mr. Chislett and Mr. van der Heever did very well in P3 and P4.
No, definitely. And I must say thanks to you for joining us here in the comms box, Marco. I think we're getting through our learning curves, starting to get the entertainment a little bit up. But yeah, there's a lot more coming to entertain our viewers out there. Also to cover more of the live racing and replays. And then I just want to make a big shout out to all of our sponsors, EG Evolved, Virtual Motorheads, Simulator Cave, Rhino Utility, and then SPR for this awesome stream that they're sponsoring, as well as the awesome trophies they are sponsoring. So if any of you guys are looking for anything, please go and visit all our sponsors pages, as well as go and like and share our videos here on YouTube, our streams. Would be appreciated.
Yeah, I think also a good shout out to RaceFace for hosting and providing this platform for some racers to step up to the next level. Thank you, Ulrich, for the shout out. It's been fun. We'll definitely hone our craft and deliver you guys even better streams one after the other. This has been our second one, and thank you, Jock. It's been lots of fun.
No, it's my honor, Marco.
Thanks,
So
Mr. Fish and Chips. We'll stop there in the UK for some pub fish and chips at some point. Just drop us a coupon there on the DM. Thank you very much.
Definitely. But all right, all good evening for everyone. And yeah, let's see each other on the next one. Enjoy.